I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports, man. I'm excited about today's episode. It's been a while since I've been on my brothers. First of all, we got a good show for y'all today. Y'all see J-Mo on with the Philly gear, so y'all know what we talking about first. Breaking news came out today with James Harden and his talking in China at all places, all right? And then we got to talk about Sam Howell, Zach Martin, and maybe some other guys that stick along and find out, all right? Got to talk about the Hall of Fame. But before we do that, I got three of my great guys with me. Davey Dollars.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Dalvin Cook just signed with the Jets.
Wow. That's where we played your topic. There you go, Dave. All right. Dalvin Cook to the Jets. There y'all go. Live on the show, right?
He's waiting
so Davey Dollars breaking the news right after his birthday. He's had a good birthday. We got my man, your done son himself, Tomo, and my bro, newly father, J-Mo. What's good, fellas?
What's going on? See, I got too many soundboards I'm gonna play, but because it was Dave's birthday, we gotta make sure we play this first.
Turn me up.
And
man, I'm amped. Excited to be back on the show finally with my guys. We got the MVP on the show, MVP J-Mo. We got Mr. Your Done Son himself, Tomo, and then of course not so average top 5 Joe. You know, I call him Surfer Joe. He knows why this insider joke. But today is gonna be great. We got some great topics for y'all today. Tomo already said turn me up. You see, I got the mic in the hand today, so ain't no chill Dave today. We hyped today. We got some stuff to talk about. Can't wait to get it started. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey man, whatever Dave said, I'm rolling with him.
Man, you know, it's always a blessing to be here, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to the guys. Like you said, I'm a new father, man, so I ain't been getting no sleep. I ain't been to the barber shop. You know, I'm looking rough, but I'm here to talk facts. So let's get it.
Here we go.
Uh-oh, there you go. Let's get it.
We got a shot already at you, J-Mo, already.
How you going to comment from outside the show? You ain't even get in. It's like,
my man said,
stop it. Get some help.
All right. On that note, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, and share on 3 platforms. We got Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share on all 3 platforms. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. As you can see, we already got some right now. Shout out to Jerry. Congrats, J-Mo. All right. Shout out to Kevo. Kevo, you know, crazy day in the chat today. If you weren't in it, welcome to the life, Brody. All right. Welcome to life, Brody. For real. For being a father. But look, use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all we putting out throughout the show. Tom is going to get more into the priority comments. But before we get into that, Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, these IG chats have been going crazy, especially today. You know, Joe was one of the ones that said, I got time today. So he was in the chats today. These chats, we pretty much give you all the latest news here first. I just gave you the latest news here live on the show with Dalvin Cook just now signing with the Jets. So we're gonna be talking about that in a few. I want to join the chats. We have the WNBA. We got the NBA talk right now, Harden and Morey and James Harden. So you want to make sure you tune into that. We got the NFL chat. Like I said, we got a couple of NFL topics. We got Slinging Sam Howell. That's a topic for today, so you want to make sure you pay attention to that. Major League Baseball. Shout out to BWT Baseball with Teddy. You know, he's been doing a great job with that. I know he had an episode that just dropped with him and Jovan, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it already. We got college football and college basketball, men and women. Shout out to CTC, College Talking College, and I forgot to say shout out to FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach. You know that you want to get some fantasy stuff in. Make sure you tune into that because Coach has been giving out some good fantasy news. So make sure you pay attention to that. Carl had just dropped the episode Saturday live talking about the SEC. Make sure you watch that. He just had some other shows that was broken down already. So pay attention to that. And then shout out to the combat chat with boxing, UFC, and WWE. Yesterday we had a whole topic about wrestling. We didn't think it was going to start off like that. Shout out to J-Mo who started it with the start bench cut. But trust me, if you want to get into that, trust me, you want to join these chats. However, these chats are no longer free. So Tom, I'll tell them what it takes to get in these chats.
Man, if you want to join these chats, you need to click the link in the description to become a member. And with the 3 tiers we got there, go ahead and bring them up, Joe. So we got the 3 levels. We got the pro level at $2.99, where you get your loyalty badges next to your name in the comments, and you get the priority comments as well. Hey, Carl, I seen that comment too. I'm not going to say nothing about it right now, but I just know I seen it. And you get to join one sports chat. Then at the all-star level, you got $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you get member-only videos, and you join multiple chats. And I'm going to tell you one more detail about that, but I'll tell you at the end of the show. And then the next level we have is a superstar level. That's $9.99 a month. And that's where the wrestling debate actually went. The wrestling conversation went down. It wasn't even a debate. That turned into a whole conversation. And you get to join the R2L chat. So, of course, you get the same perks from the all-star and the pro level. And you get to be a guest on the show. What better perk is that? You know, you get to actually come on the show and debate with some of us or have a conversation. So make sure you click the link in the description and you get member shout outs. I want to shout out to all the members that we have right now. So shout out Jerry, Donnell, the big 3, of course, that's me, Joe, Dave, Teddy, Cardo, and Coach, and maybe you. So make sure y'all click that link. Take it away, Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then give a shout out to the other shows we have on the network. Shout out to BWT, like they said, Baseball with Teddy. A new episode just dropped this morning, featuring Jovan. Jovan been on a lot of episodes. The reigning baseball MLB MVP for the show, for the network, I mean. So shout out to Jovan and Teddy for that. Also, CTC, Carl Talking College, like Dave said, he just went through the whole SEC. I know a lot of people were anticipating about the Colorado season this year with Deion Sanders. They went over that last Saturday. So you want to get their predictions, go check it out on YouTube. It's on there right now. He is going live again tomorrow. All right, going live again tomorrow with Asa, I believe. All right, so look out for that episode live. All right, and then last but not least, we got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coons. Listen, y'all, he just pre-recorded an episode today that will be dropping and streaming sometime tonight. So stay tuned for that. We're looking at 10 p.m. I know a lot of people are settled. They can actually watch something with no interruptions at 10 p.m. All right, sadly. So make sure y'all tune into that. But if you want to know more about the notifications for this, into the chat, and we put all the notifications in there. All right, so shout out to all the shows. Last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
Man, the floor is mine, or is it James Harden? Because if you want to talk about a burning a bridge was a person, it got to be James Harden, man. Like, this guy, man, he's doing his best. Kyrie, we would have thought Kyrie would have came out and said something crazy by now, but actually Kyrie, like, look, I'm a man of the people. I'm doing a lot for the people. So James Harden was out in China, and I think the 76ers dropped something first. They were saying, like, hey, we're going to end trade talks. James Harden wants to be here. And then a couple hours later, James Harden was like, no, I don't. They lying. So I got a video right quick, and I'm going to play this quick clip. I don't know what happened to my good man Joe, but I'll play it.
And I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Errol Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
So the people out there were cheering because he said Errol Morey is a liar and he doesn't want to be a part of an organization that he is a part of. We have a 76ers fan here now, and just based off that reaction, man,
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So, J-Mo, What's your reaction to that, man?
Man, James Harden, man. Why we gotta have the same first name? Ah, this dude, man. This dude is killing me, man. Like, so from what I understand, he took when he first came, like not when he first came, but the beginning of the season, he took a pay cut so that we could fill out the roster. And by fill out the roster, I mean get former Houston Rockets, PJ Tucker, Daniel House. You know how that go. James Harden always bringing his guys over to where he go. But he took a pay cut so we could fill out the roster. Then they told him, next year we'll max you out. You can opt into your deal, and we'll get you your money next year. So he said, cool. So last year when he did that, everybody was like, James Harden really trying to win a ring. He really focused now. He took a pay cut. It's not all about money. That's what all the narratives are saying. That's what all the comments were saying. Then we get to the playoffs. Game 1, he drops 45. I'm like, oh, it's over. They let us get game 1 in Boston. It's over. Then he come back game 4, drop 42. So this is my thing. How you have 2 40-point games and you average 22 points? 2 40-point games and you average 22 points. You wanna know why? Because one game you scored 11. One game you scored 9. The game 7, he was 3 for 11. He took 11 shots in game 7. 11 shots. So after he performed the way he did in the playoffs, in the closeout games, he coming back this year. They trying to put a trade together to get him to LA or wherever he want to go. Nobody wants him. And if they do want him, they're not giving us nothing that we want back. You know what I'm saying? So we already been through this with Ben Simmons. So we'll sit here. We won't trade you, James Harden. We will sit here until we get a deal. If you want to stay home, you can stay home. So I feel like we already been through this with Ben Simmons. James Harden is just literally an upgrade. We can sit here talk about the regular season all we want, but it's very similar. The way, of course, Ben Simmons was way worse. But if you look at James Harden game, the 40-point games compared to the other games where he didn't score 40, he looks like a completely different player. If he didn't have a James Harden jersey on, I wouldn't know who he was. So I feel like if he didn't play the way he did in the playoffs last year, in the closeout games, we wouldn't even be here right now. We wouldn't be here right now. Even if you went down swinging, they would have maxed you. It's the way you went down, if you ask me. Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, with him and Daryl Morey, with other stuff, because him and Daryl Morey done, James Harden pretty much made Daryl Morey who he is. So I don't know. They could have some other stuff going on, but outside looking in, even if Daryl Morey so-called, didn't hold up his end of the bargain, Harden, you could have prevented this if you would have balled out like you were supposed to. And they got you a 90 on 2K. You a 90. He's still in the 90s. He should have been like an 88. I thought he was gonna go down a little bit after the playoff. But I don't understand. I think that if he would have just did his part, played his role, then he wouldn't we wouldn't be here right now in this situation. Now, of course, Embiid was the best player. So Embiid played bad too. But Embiid was there. Embiid was at the game. I don't know where Harden was. Those last 2 games, I have no idea. Like 4 for 16 and 3 for 11. I'm stuck on the 3 for 11. It's the last game and you shoot 11 shots. I don't understand, man. So if you ask me, James Harden, you're done, son. You're done. You get him out of here, man. Like I said, nobody wants him for the price that he's trying to get. Then he's trying to go to the Clippers. I think he must know they injured up and gonna get injured again, because what he going to the Clippers for? I feel like he can't go anywhere. If he wants to win a championship, he need to stay where he is. And I'm not saying that just because it's my team. It's just basketball common sense. If you look at all the situations in the league, he should stay where he is if he wants to win a championship. My last thing is, see this guy right here? See him?
Mm-hmm.
He about to take over. I put Maxey there because look, Harden, you're done. Whether you want a team or not, it's Maxey's time. Harden, we ain't got time for this no more. Shave your beard. Go ahead, whoever next.
You're done, son. Dave, go ahead. My man came out swinging.
Draymond, I'm with you, my guy. I'm with you. Hey, somebody said that Harden belongs in the doghouse. If y'all believe that's the case, just let me know. DM me, tell me. I'll make the case for him. But James Harden is the one to not complain. I don't understand why he's complaining. Daryl Morey has done everything he could possibly do to cater to this man in Houston and now in Philly. He came to Philly. Yeah, he took less money, but he also got players that was with his team in Houston. PJ Tucker, Daniel House. He did everything he did to make sure that Harden was comfortable with all the players that he had in Philly. And plus, from my understanding, the offense they ran was pretty much similar to what they ran in Houston. Just to cater to James Harden. And like J-Mo said, he had 2 40-point games in that series against the Celtics. But he was also the reason why they lost to the Celtics because he didn't play hard enough. How can you be the second best player and you only put up 11 shots in Game 7 when it counted? Game 6, you also didn't do enough when y'all were up 3-2 in order for y'all to win that series. If you played your game, if you take 20, 25 shots in Game 6, I think you win that game. As long as you make 10 to 15 of those shots. And you're supposed to be the free throw man. Do what you can to get to the free throw line. That's what you do. You ain't even do that. So, Harden, I don't want to hear from you no more. And going to the Clippers ain't gonna do no better because I do feel like you got a better shot of winning in Philly. Because if you go to the Clippers, you go into a team with 2 players who aren't healthy at all in the season. Someone tell me the last time that Kawhi played more than 60 games in the season. That was probably 2019 right? When he won the title with Toronto. Since then, has he played 60, 65 games? Maybe the bubble. Maybe. But that was a shortcut season. Other than that, in the playoffs, he played, 1 game in the playoffs this year, and that was it? And you want to go to that team? I understand that Embiid has been hurt, but Embiid was hurt, and he played. So, Harden, you just bye. That's all I can say. Wherever you go, bye.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, look, real quick before I go, my dad, right? He had nothing to do with the Sixers. He just texted me. I had text him. He's going to be on the Ravens panel, by the way, on Thursday. I text him the questions, and one of the questions got to do with Lamar Jackson being good this year. He texted me back and said, please, are you tripping? I thought it was funny, all right? So, look. All right, man. First of all, Daryl Morey, don't make promises you can't keep. All right? I understand business, a dog-eat-dog world. James Harden fell for the okie doke, the handshake agreement, the McDonald's. Anybody know about the McDonald's story? They fell for the handshake agreement also in good faith. A handshake is in good faith, I'm going to honor my word. And Daryl Morey didn't do that. And that's not good for the NBA business. Once you get that name out there of not being like loyal or not being honest, nobody wants to do business with you like that for real. So that's that. But after saying all that, James Harden, man, realize this is business, not personal. Just keep in mind, all right? Yes, you took a pay cut. All right. He had a board mission. Yes, you took a pay cut. All right, to stay. We understand that. But at the end of the day, this is business, not personal. In the playoffs, yes, you put up 2 40-point games. But like everybody been saying today so far, you look like a totally different player from the time y'all win and the time y'all lose. I mean, when y'all won against Boston, you look like one of the best players in the NBA. But when y'all lost to Boston, you look like one of the worst players on your team. Listen to this, y'all. In the 4 games they lost, James Harden played 40 minutes per game in those 4 losses. 40 minutes, y'all. That's one of your best players, right? This man was 12 of 55 from the field. 12, let me say it again. 12 from 55 from the field. Shooting 21%.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Right?
As the dude would say on Instagram, trash.
That was a trash performance. All right. 3 for 24 from the 3-point line, 12%, and averaged 9 points a game. In 4 games out of the 7 games in the playoff series, y'all lost. In the same series, you dropped 40 points in 2 games. So I get why he can be upset about Daryl Morey because they do have a personal relationship. But to go out in China and publicly state it like this, he can't get mad at any of the backlash he's about to get because he publicly said this in China. All right? Everybody's going to critique your performance you did last playoffs, no matter how good your relationship was. So I do think Daryl Morey was wrong because I'm not a dude that's going to shake your hand and say one thing and do something else. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. And that's exactly what Daryl Morey did. But at the same time, James Harden is a business. Get out your feelings and go perform.
James Harden.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Nobody want to hear all that, man. This man made sure you got paid in Houston. When you were upset and disgruntled in Houston, you came in with the fat suit. This man made sure he made sure you got traded the way you needed to go. When you went to Brooklyn and you was having your
he wasn't there when he got traded
to Brooklyn.
He was already gone, I think.
But he was in.
He was there. My bad. Time out. Do your thing. New coach, but he was there. My bad. I think he was. Yeah. I think he was there.
Hey, if I'm wrong, Carl gonna make sure I'm right because he made sure I was wrong about my 2 Tennessee picks. I mean my 2 Patriot picks.
Nah, he was there. He was there.
He was there. Let's get it. My bad. Time out. Continue.
Then when you got to Brooklyn and you was like, yeah, we the new big 3, and you got upset, who you call? Called Daryl Morey. He was in Philly. He said, all right, we'll make something happen. They traded Ben Simmons for you. And he made sure you got there. And B got there. Then you said, you know what? We need one more piece. Miami would have loved to kept PJ Tucker. But yeah, he ended up with the 76ers. Look, bro. And Maxey showed that he should be a starting point guard. At the end of the day, he showed that he should be starting. But Morey was up there. Was like, no. We believe in this guy. We got an MVP center. And we got a reigning MVP at point guard / shooting guard. Even when you look terrible in the playoffs in Houston, you look terrible in the playoffs for Brooklyn, he still believed in you. So that handshake deal, he kind of did his part. He's like, look, bro, I did everything I can. And I can't trade you somewhere and not get something back. Like I already did that already. But technically, I got more than what it was worth because Ben Simmons for James Harden, that's not even an equal trade if you look at it. So now they're like, you call me a liar. So now you're going to sit on the bench. We've done it before. We did it with Ben. We're going to do it with you. You're going to call me a liar because I can't find an actual trade partner. Like Bradley Beal done already went to Phoenix. I can't call the Wizards. They not going to do it. So what you want me to do? So look, man, like everybody on the panel kind of said, man, get out your feelings. It's business. Either you going to play or you not. And also to that comment that I seen about Kyrie would never. I mean, he technically did. So don't say he would never. All right.
Kyrie forced surgery. He said, I would get surgery before I play another game in Cleveland. That's what he said. He forced his way out there.
Yeah,
I know that's your guy.
James Lawn Chair Harden. That's his name now. James Lawn Chair Harden, because all he do is fold.
Well, he not even a lawn chair because we seen what chairs could do after the last week.
That's facts.
So even chairs get to work nowadays, all right?
Some chairs got beams on them, so you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? So look, I don't know what Morey and them gonna do, but he just messed up his trade value.
Man.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It is what it is.
Nah, I let Kev get this one.
Oh yeah, he's right about that.
I let him in that aspect. He's right.
The only time he shot 40 from the field in playoffs, I recall, was when he was with Boston and they played the Bucks. He shot terrible, and he asked him, "Do you think you should have shot that many shots?" He said, "I should have shot more." I was like, "My man, if you gonna go down as a dog."
Right.
Hey, Kobe would have did. So, Dave, I know the food smelling good. I seen you. I seen the eyes go like.
Yep. I've been looking back and forth. I got dinner to attend to. Did my best to be here the entire show, but appreciate you guys. Continue to have a great show. Last words, like I said, Brock Purdy was going to be the week 1 starter, and Kyle Shanahan. If we fail this year, I'm calling for your job. I'm out.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
And next time use a crock pot. Maybe you'll be on the show the whole time.
Go ahead, man.
I got you.
All right.
All right, Dave. Man, Dave left
Get
me on
out of
here.
here. So,
Dave left me on here for a Commander segment.
you're right.
Hey, well, look, preseason started up, man, and now we actually can talk about more football with Sam Howell than him beating on the Cowboys, right? So, question came up, and it was like, will Howell finish the season as a starter? We've got high hopes, Howell hopes, not me, Commanders fans. Joe, will he finish the season as a starter?
Just like J-Mo said, I just thought about J-Mo said it first. I was about to say it. In the words of Craig, yes. Yes. He will be the week 1 starter and a year starter. Sam Howell, right? Sam Howell is a project. And Ron Rivera and them know that. They the one that drafted him 5th round. All right. So he went and got him an office. First off, the season went crazy last year. Last game of the season, Ron Rivera forgot we could still make the playoffs, and we might get eliminated today. And we did. So week 18, you got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So what did he do? Tell Heineke, go to the bench. Sam, come here. Throw him in the game. He played pretty decent. It wasn't a great game, as all the Commander fans be hyping up to be. It was a decent game, Tomo. I'm not gonna lie. The defense really carried us that game because Dak Prescott didn't look the same. Well, he looked like 2022 Dak, but he looked like Dak is all correct. All right. So basically do 2 pick sixes. We're not gonna go there, but so they ain't look the same. And Sam Howell took advantage, made some good throws, almost threw a pick, they got dropped, all the stuff, right? But it happened. He get a W under his belt. We go into the season, Sam Howell's going to be the starting quarterback. Ron Rivera, in my opinion, he's going to be the week 1 starter, which allows us to not go in a deep hole or trade up a bunch of assets to try to get a quarterback. I'm acting like Dave right now. I'm doing a robot. So Ron Rivera said, you know what? And this might be my last year with this job if we don't make the playoffs. So we're going to have to fast track Sam Howell's progression, like fast track his learning ability here, like his season, basically, his learning curve. So what did we do? We go out and get Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator from the Kansas City Chiefs, who's been a recent dynasty, or so-called dynasty in NFL. The best team in the NFL last 5 years, the best offense in the NFL last 5 years. And he played with the best quarterback in the NFL. So here we go. So he know. Hold on.
Ron Rivera ain't having it, man.
That was on me. I know
I was say Ron Rivera not having that, man.
So he knows what the finished product looks like of a great quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. He knows when it looks good and when it doesn't. And on top of that, of getting Patrick Mahomes, he gave Jacoby Brissett a good payday for a backup quarterback. And I think that's when all the controversy happens. Controversy happened when they said, oh, Jacoby going to start. Sam Howell ain't going to start. Oh, Jacoby going to start. Jacoby Brissett is there, number 1 for insurance. If he gets hurt, God forbid, Jacoby can step in and be a starter. But at the same time, to teach Sam Howell on how to be a pro quarterback in the NFL. They are fast tracking Sam Howell. Jacoby Brissett is literally there for Sam Howell. That's what I think. But if his opportunity comes and Sam Howell can't play, then he will. So, yes, he will be the starter.
So, for me, yeah, it will be the starter. I mean, you clearly said everything right there. I mean, that Dallas game, even though Dak did look better than Sam Howell because he was giving you all the touchdowns that you needed in that game, he showed out, he came up and he performed. And it was like, all right, so if we get some stability at quarterback, we get some stability at offense, because with the offensive coordinator that you definitely needed. And of course, we know all the things that they're saying about Eric Bieniemy and how he's like being a tough guy on the players, which technically when you're in an organization with that much chaos, you kind of need somebody to come in and be like, look, this is the plan. And with Sam Howell, he's the plan. And if you look at look, everybody trying to get Howell out of here, but get the Howell out of here. I like that. I'm gonna run with that this season. Hey, make sure y'all put that on a t-shirt. But if the receivers level, if he's actually learning the offense the way it's supposed to be, which is good. Even in that preseason game, I went back and watched a little bit of it. Of course, a few of his reads could have been a little bit quicker, but again, it's a new offense. And again, you're a starting quarterback, which potentially you could be the franchise quarterback. And some people really don't play practice that well, but they play well. So you give them one more game. Also, look at it like this though, Joe. Would you take Sam Howell with Taylor Heineke as a backup, or would you take Sam Howell with a Jacoby Brissett, who's a proven backup, like you said, in that quarterback room, who's going to show him the ins and outs of being like, all right, look, this is what I did. Even in this read, you can do something right here. But look at Jacoby Brissett when he was with the Browns last year, filling in for Deshaun Watson. Amari Cooper was there. He had a number one receiver who he could throw the ball to. And it was at times people was even looking at it like, do they really need Watson? Can Brissett actually lead this team? And I got another question for everybody out here that's in the comments and people who watch football. What's the most loved position in football? The backup quarterback. Everybody loves the backup quarterback because they can really do no wrong until they get in the game and do wrong. Hey, take it from me. Cooper Rush won 3 games, and everybody was like, Cooper Rush can take the Cowboys to the Super Bowl. Not happening. We could talk about Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy went on a nice run, but when he got hurt, what happened? For my man up there with the Ravens, Snoop looked good, but he ain't no Lamar. Like, come on now. Of course, the backup is always going to get coveted, but you got to give this kid a chance. If Sam Howell goes out there and let's say you all lose 3 games straight, I don't see him getting benched because technically I know Ron Rivera still needs a job, but again, it's a learning curve and look at the schedule. So to me, yeah, I think he's going to be the starter.
Yeah, man. And the fact that Jacoby Brissett played with Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he played with Andrew Luck, and I think he played with Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he played with both of them. So he's been around, and he's been a starter in situations. In Miami, he started a few games. He the one that helped beat Baltimore. So get called out.
He was with the Pats too before Jimmy G
took
that job.
He with the Pats, yeah. So like, yeah, he did. He played some game with the Pats when Jimmy Garoppolo left. But I will never forget Miami. He was the quarterback. I think it was Monday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken, or Thursday night. It was a primetime game, and they played. And Miami was one of the worst teams in the NFL, and they played against the Ravens, and they was 0 blitzing Lamar Jackson all game, and they beat them. Jacoby Brissett, by the way. And like you said, started all last year for the Browns and kept them around in playoff contention until Deshaun Watson came back. But we're not going to talk about that. But anyways, I'm cool, man. I think Sam Howell going to be okay. Terry McLaurin said he's in a situation where he doesn't have to be the hero. Now, there are going to be times he's going to have to make throws in the fourth quarter and key moments. But he's not going to be asked to carry this team the whole year. I mean, the whole game. Because the type of offense we have, Tomo, it allows our receivers to get the ball in their hands and create an open space and do some damage. So, and then Jahan Dawson said he really likes Sam Howell. He said Sam Howell can make every throw. He think he is going to be that dude. That's what Jahan Dawson said. He said he really likes Sam Howell. So, but he might be a young guy, not knowing too much about the NFL yet. You never know. All right, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, Tomo.
One thing I will say about this whole offseason with the Commanders is y'all haven't wavered. I'll give you that. I have not wavered. Since they said Eric Bieniemy got here, then the name, I mean, not the name, the new ownership, like y'all high hopes has not wavered at all. Because technically, if we think about maybe 2 years ago, it would have been a moment where y'all like, man, I don't really know, man. Or you could have had the hashtag Silence Mark come up. I ain't seen that all day. So actually, we might be saying something good here.
Hashtag Mark Madness.
Hey, it's madness until it happens, right?
And I know we don't normally do this. We find the comments all day, but why do Carl always talk about people dropping passes with Lamar Jackson? Why is that his go-to excuse? Every game they lose. Every game. But we're going to hear that Ravens panel on Thursday.
Oh, you know he's going to answer now. You know he's going to answer now.
Yeah. That's going to be one of the questions. Do you think that his receiver would drop passes this year?
He going to say no. Odell don't drop passes like that, dude.
Odell? Nah, he got the greatest catch, they say, right?
That was luck.
No.
That was hate. That was a great catch.
It was though. I give it to him.
Just know they lost.
Norman. Odell uses towards the Josh Norman.
That's another one of those moments where people were just chasing dreams. Remember Ossie? What is it? Ossie? Yeah, that went to the Eagles. Yeah, it happens, man. When you chasing, man. Look, T.O. when he came to the Cowboys, you chasing dreams and it just don't go your way, man.
T.O. actually played good with y'all though.
Yeah, but we lost that game to the Giants because he dropped that pass.
Y'all lost to us too. He dropped the ball.
Well, when y'all had Sean Taylor, that was different. Like he was different. T.O. did not catch any passes when he seen 21 back there. He was like, "You're
That
good."
dude went right on his hand. Dude, and I was like,
Yeah,
bro, he was wide open too. I was like, oh.
Nah, but speaking of like free agents and people just moving around, you know, just on the whim, you know, we talked about a few of these running backs going places, and just I said D-Hop was gonna go to the Patriots. I was wrong. I said Dalvin Cook should go to the Patriots. Wrong again. One went to Tennessee, and we just found out that Dalvin Cook went to the Jets. I think he signed for 1 year with $8 million. Like the running back market is, I think it's set now. I think it's set to, like, if you're not the franchise leading back and they believe in you, you're under the 12 million cap. 12 and under is what they paying them. Zeke also went to the Patriots. He just signed, I think it was one year for like, I don't got the contract on me right now, but we'll talk about the Jets while I look up the Zeke contract. So Joe, what's your take? How you feeling about it?
It's funny because you said the Patriots will get a running back, but you didn't know it was your running back.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. That's funny. Breaking news that happened right before the show. So I think good move for Dalvin Cook. Sorry, it is. Good move for Dalvin Cook. Good move for Aaron Rodgers too. Another weapon. And the good thing about Dalvin Cook, he's good in the flats too. Like you give him the ball in open space, he can do some damage. He did a lot of that with the Vikings in the passing game, in the receiving game. So it's good for the Jets, man. I came away, I think you agree with me too. And we both said that the Jets are a Super Bowl contender. And
yeah,
I think it was Carl that disagreed, right? And this helps their case of being Super Bowl contenders, man, because they have a tough schedule too in a tough division. So, and I'm not sure you mentioned you want me to talk about this, but I like the Zeke going to Patriots though. I like that too.
I brought it up. It's $6 million. I was looking up his contract details. So thank you, Kev. Zeke got 1 year. No, Dalvin Cook got 8.6 for 1 year, and Zeke got $6 million for 1 year with some incentive.
The Patriots don't pay nobody, so you know that he gonna find a spot with Zeke over there, you know. But yeah, good for Breece Hall too. Don't give him heavy workload. But what this does is get Dalvin Cook. He took a Reeves contract. He went to the Jets to say, you know what, let me try to win a ring. If he wins the ring, he's gonna go somewhere else. Whenever you win a championship, this is NFL and NBA, your money is due. Your contract is up the year you win the Super Bowl, you're getting paid no matter who you are. No matter who you are. Odell Beckham, if Odell Beckham got hurt and people still wanted him. That's crazy. All right. So I love it, Tomo. I love it. I love the move.
For the Jets, yeah. I mean, I wish you would have went to the Patriots, so I didn't look as crazy as I sounded that day when we was talking about houses. I mean, of good homes of where he needed to be, because of course the Jets was number one on everybody's list. Miami was, I think it was the Jets or Miami that was like back and forth. So yeah, and I was the only one. I was like, yeah, Miami sound good, Jets sound cool, but why not the Patriots? And clearly, Dalvin Cook told me why not the Patriots. He said, because Zeke going in, I'm gonna let him go there for that $6 million. And Carl, you said it right here too. They saw Deuce Vaughn in the preseason, and they was like, "Nah, Zeke, we all right." Because I promise you, if the Cowboys running backs didn't look that good, he would have been signing back for probably that $6 to $8 million, and he would have been back in Dallas, being out right tackle or left tackle. Because hey, Mac Jones, I promise you, you got one of the best blocking running backs in the league right now. And with Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, A-Rod with the no-look passes, like Hard Knocks about to turn up right now. They just got another weapon. Hey, Josh Allen, you gotta show up this year, man. Like this division ain't as easy as it used to be. Not saying that Miami was slouches, but that was one of the juggernauts, and that's sleeping on the Pats. But as far as competition, Miami was their only competition, and right now with that, they got that's a spearhead, man. That was a good move for him. I think also a lot of teams were just waiting to see what the league was going to do with running backs in general, because after Saquon and his situation, I think a lot of people on the running back market were like, we just going to wait this out, because if they going to pay, then I'm going to get paid. But if they're not going to pay, then I got to see where I fit in. And now we might see Kareem Hunt go somewhere and get signed. But another question that comes from all of this now is, what about Jonathan Taylor? Because look at the market.
There's a lot of news about the Chiefs, man. Chiefs are getting a lot of noise about Jonathan Taylor, man. So that would be crazy because right now he ain't got a crazy contract right now. But the assets you got, and then I don't know we have to give up to get somebody like him. So it all depends. But I don't know. But the piggyback on Josh Allen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got look, my magnifying glass is on Josh Allen this year, right? It's on Josh Allen because this is strike one. No, sorry, strike two. He played terrible the regular season. Moments in the regular season when he turned the ball over, when he should never turn the ball over in crucial games. I always think about that Vikings game. They when the Vikings beat the Bills, I was thinking like, there's no way they should have won this game. They were up by 2 possessions with like less than 5 minutes left, something crazy like that. It took a 4th down catch by just Jefferson, a fumble by him, an interception in the red zone. I mean, everything happened due to his mistakes. And I look at the Dolphins game, almost choked that away. And then the Bengals, he just looked awful. So Josh Allen, he's on my radar. Like the Bills, it's gonna sound crazy. They could not make the playoffs this year.
Man,
they could not make the playoffs. Like it's not crazy to say the Bills won't make the playoffs. I'm not saying that, but you have that take that they ain't making the playoffs. I understand it. The AFC is loaded.
So, I think that's why Carl picked the Jets. Remember why he said about the Super Bowl picking? He's like, I can't have 7 teams as Super Bowl favorites, and that's why I think he left the Jets off because of that.
But the AFC, they
stacked. They are stacked.
The NFC, if you put all the conferences together, the NFC literally got y'all, the Cowboys, the Eagles, 49ers. I mean, that's it. There are a lot of true, legit Super Bowl contenders if we all were matched in one. But then when you look at the AFC, bro, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Jets, you got the Dolphins, you got the Bills, the Chargers. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there. So, yeah, man. Josh Allen, I got you on my radar.
Well, I mean, hey, you see what you just said about Josh Allen. Look at the competition he got to go up against. So imagine if you're a Cowboy fan and Dak is there. Look at the NFC conference. What team do you really have to go through? One team you practically own in the regular season, then another team owns you in the playoffs. So like if there's only 2 teams, look at your role for the leverage that you have is not really there. So if you fail, you might be done, son.
That's why Commander fans, you gotta understand why we're like, yo, like we got a chance because the NFC is legitimately weak. It really is though. Like the Seahawks is probably the 3rd best team, 4th best team in the NFC. The Seahawks are now on the Chiefs level, Bengals level. Man, the Chiefs not even on the somebody get this Broncos fan out of here.
So you said Chiefs, right?
So yeah, on my radar.
Okay, so now we got some running backs that found new locations. I'm glad they both went to the AFC. Thank you. We don't got to worry about Zeke or Dalvin Cook no more. Zach Martin signed back. Zach Martin signed back. The Cowboys thought it's gonna be rough out here with that right guard not being there. And Zach Martin said, hold up. Y'all gonna need me. Just watch. And I watched that preseason game. He definitely had all the leverage right there. He was like, oh yeah, go ahead, leave him out there. Of course, Deuce Vaughn made a couple plays happen, but I seen Cooper Rush looking real second quarterback-ish with that right guard not being there. So he got his money. Zach Martin signed back. Let me see how much he got here. I think it's like 2 years, $36 million. So they said the new deal will pay him north of $18 million in each of the next 2 years. Martin was scheduled to get 13.5 this year and 14 next year. Okay, you got an additional $8.5 million in Texas. Hey man, when you're a right guard, what can they do? If Zach Martin getting this, man, hey Philly, how we better make some things happen, man. I know y'all don't pay running backs, but that O-line y'all got right now is looking like the Great Wall. So they gonna want to get paid at some point too.
Facts.
I can't put your comment up, Kev. It's a family show, right? But I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying. You do got to play. The Eagles do need to play the Jets. Okay, they do. Oh yeah. For me, man, just my reaction is, I mean, we already knew it was gonna happen. Worst case scenario, week 2, it would have stretched out into week 2. But Jerry not about to have that. Stephen Jones and them know he's too valuable of an asset. And also, it's just one of those domino effects. If you're not going to pay your Hall of Fame right guard who does everything, and we also, I talked about, allowed 6 sacks throughout his entire career.
Woo!
Entire career.
Must be
Hey,
nice.
for the folks who ain't seen the Manziel doc, remember, Zach Martin was picked over Johnny Manziel in Dallas. So from that day on, 6 sacks throughout his entire career. He only been penalized, I think, once or twice. If you're not going to pay him, and then you got a young pup going in every interview talking about how he wants to get better, and people are comparing him to Lawrence Taylor, you already know you got to pay him, because that means Michael Parsons is going to ask for the stadium. He's like, I need the stadium, because if I'm doing this and he did that and y'all not going to pay him, I need the stadium or I'm out. And ain't no franchise tag enough for me to play. So good call by the Cowboys, and good move by Zach Martin and his agent to find out it's the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen too. Then he hit up. He texted one of y'all old linemen and said, "Hold it down until I get back." He said something like that.
He said that before training camp.
Yeah, hold it, like basically like hold it down. Like I'm coming back. Like we knew this was gonna happen. And Jerry takes care of his guys that he drafts. He always does. You know, so I give Jerry that. And Jerry not stupid, man. At the end of the day, I give y'all props all the time about Jerry Jones and his GM skills. I think he's a good GM. He just put expectations on y'all that's unrealistic. I'm not saying unrealistic, but he just say stuff for no reason to boost the ratings. But that's y'all job to live up to it. That's not on him. So I like Jerry Jones. But you know, I think Zach Martin is arguably the best lineman in the NFL. Since y'all had Zach Martin, y'all been reminiscent of the Cowboys when y'all had Jim Johnson on them, right? Jim Johnson, the coach. Y'all like challenging that offensive line with Emmitt Smith and stuff like that. That's why the main reason why Zeke Elliott had those first 2 great years right out the gate. Yeah! Oh man.
Hey, you said the name.
He had them first 2 years out the gate because that offensive line is elite. It really is. And it's not the same without. He said he looked second quarter. He's like a second string quarterback without him.
He did. Cooper Rush did not look like that same Cooper Rush that won them 3 games. And that was the preseason we talking about.
So, you know, happy. Well, I can't say happy for y'all. Y'all my rival. Happy for Tomo. You know, that Tomo, even though Tomo knew that they were going to sign him, but it's still like, it's like that thing in the back of your mind, like, oh my God, something I got to think about. Kind of like when we didn't sign Terry McLaurin.
Man.
Everybody kept saying, y'all, I think you even said something on the show, y'all going to sign, I ain't going to sign a receiver yet. I'm like, yo, we're going to do it. Don't worry about it. But on my mind, I'm thinking like, you just never know what these people like.
Honestly,
you know?
and in y'all situation, I can see why you was more nervous, because it was like ownership. Dan Snyder would be that cocky and be like, you know what? I can find another one, instead of just actually going out and paying them. So good thing you did get a new owner. Good thing y'all do got new ownership, man, because
McLaurin was all we had, bro.
Then that whole Dotson, that I'm gonna bring the chat to the show right quick. Then that whole Dotson Gallup debate would have been a real debate, because he would have been the only thing y'all had.
Man, Terry McLaurin would have left, man. I was like, come on, man. Like, what do we have right here? Come on. But yeah,
you would have left, man. You would have definitely.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But
yeah, dude, you go, Kevo, bringing eagle ties to everything.
Of course, you know, it's always like that with the Eagles, man. They gotta find a way to get talked about, man. It's y'all year. Y'all need to show and prove more than anybody in the division. So just be prepared, because expectations are through the roof. Yeah. But I think that's all we got for the show today. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to bring up the Hall of Fame, you want to talk about the Hall of Fame? Did you watch?
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to the Hall of Famers. All right, I don't have all the names with me. I don't have all the NFL names with me, because I know they both kind of did it around the same time.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of pushback from your Cowboy fans too, Tomo, about Demarcus Ware.
Him singing at the preseason game, or him just being in the Hall of Fame?
They were upset that most of his speech featured the Broncos, not y'all. They were upset about that. And I'm thinking like, he won with the Broncos though. Like, this is how it is. Every NFL player say the bond you create with the team that you win with is unlike no other. That's what every champion says. So
Yeah, and Cowboy fans gotta let that one go because you gotta think about it like this. He did play with the team, but they also cut him. Like they did the same thing to him that they did with Dez Bryant and they did with Zeke. It was like you don't want to. They didn't even offer. I don't even think they offered him a pay cut. They just flat out cut him, or did they trade him? I think they traded him. Let me fact check that, but I think they cut him. And if you get cut from a team where you like just sat there and did all this groundwork, you were one of the best defensive players on that team. When we could think about it, after DeMarcus Ware left, we really couldn't touch the quarterback for a couple years. Like that's why everybody think so, and that's why most people are like loving Michael Parsons at this point. They're like, bro, we actually getting to the quarterback for once. And with trade days, we finally getting takeaways. People forget about those dark days in Dallas where we couldn't get a turnover to save our life. And now we leading the league in turnovers 2 years back to back. So if you want to go to the Broncos and say, hey, man, look, I went here. They taught me how to actually win. I'm not mad at it. I was actually happy when he won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. Like my whole thing is like with the cow, like that's why I respect DeMarcus Ware for real, because he showed me that, you know, that winning is more important now. Because he was a player of the year candidate with y'all. And he's more excited about the team that he won with. So respecting him, that his focus is at the right place at all times.
Yeah,
See, but
you're right. They cut him.
But you know, shout out to Paul Gasol, man. I want to give a shout out to him, Hall of Famer. Paul Gasol played alongside with my favorite player, Kobe Bryant. When I became a diehard Kobe Bryant fan, Paul Gasol was there. And I respected him so much, you know, for stepping up to the plate against those Celtics, against those like Kevin Garnett, Kendrick Perkins, them dudes used to beat the brakes off Paul Gasol. I'll never forget in that game 7 when he hit like Ron Tech hit the 3. And he did all this.
Kobe passed the ball, y'all. Kobe passed the ball.
That play, that was like the nail in the coffin. Paul Gasol had a shot when he went up, Tomo, and I think he got held, and he had like double pump, and he shot it, and he made it. I was just unbelievable. He made it. I was like, what? And then he played really good that game, man. Like he was the best player that game 7, not Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant brought the effort. He had like 15 rebounds, but Paul Gasol was the best player. So shout out to him, Tony Parker. Shout out to him for retiring. D Wade. D Wade retired, and he had his father up there. That was a good moment, you know, had his father there. And Popovich, Becky Hackam. And as far as NFL, I don't have you have the list for NFL or no?
I can bring it up, but Dirk was there. Dirk got it.
Dirk too. Sorry, shout out Dirk.
And shout out to D Wade for having Iverson show up, and Iverson was up there telling them, man, like just giving stories, you know. And he had the Wade jersey on the back, on the back of his suit, man. I said, man, look at the NBA doing it right. Meanwhile, the NFL got people over here. I'm still mad. The only thing I'm mad about DeMarcus Ware singing at the preseason.
I didn't see that.
Oh, go look it up. Go look it up. Nah, it was funny. Hold on, I'm about to bring it up right here. What is the NBA is all over the place.
Hey, what about Dirk? Hey, shout out to Dirk, man.
Nah, we'll never forget Dirk, man.
Probably having the best ring in NBA history, beating the Heatles.
All right, so here we go. For the NFL, we got hold up, Rondé. Yep, this is Okay. Shout out to the Steelers. I'll let you read that before I read this list off. Make sure this is right.
Oh no. Come on, leave my man alone, man. All right. Shout out to my blood brother, Vaughn. All right, Steelers fan. Shout out the guys refuse to lose all day. Hashtag fire emoji 4 times. Hashtag silence mark 2023. Hashtag contacts matters. Hashtag Steelers Nation. Hashtag silence mark forever. By the way, you're not in the IG chats. You're not going to get these, these inside jokes we got. It's not really, it is inside because in the chat. So join those chats Tom always talk about. Go ahead, Tomo.
All right, so we got Rondé Barber, Don Coryell, Chuck Howley, Joe Clico, Darrell Revis,
Okay,
Ken Riley, Zach Thomas, Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas is like a whole nother person too. Right? That's crazy.
That guy right there.
Man, that's crazy how these offensive linemen just lose all that weight. And DeMarcus Ware.
Man, they are taught to they want to they coaches want them to be, you know, stay like that, man. Like they're not stopping them from eating right to not eat, you know, like they want you to be big. But
They
shout
be
out,
like,
huh?
they be like brick walls. Like if you go look at Joe Thomas again, you can be like, that ain't Joe Thomas. You gonna think he a clone.
But shout out to Darrell Reeves, man, who I think is the best cornerback since Deion Sanders retired. Best cornerback in NFL history since Deion left.
It's not the first time you said that on here.
Yeah, man, letting people know. Like they got Charles Woodson or Sante Samuel. Can't believe that. But best cornerback.
Man.
All
Shout
right,
out to
Combo,
everybody that
great
made it
show,
in the
man.
Hall of Fame. That's all I was gonna say. Thanks to everybody in the Hall of Fame. Thanks for the pure entertainment value. And hey, man, stop being so uptight, man. If somebody, as long as he don't retire, Bronco, I'm good. I'm
I
good.
mean, he still got y'all preseason game. That means
And he help out with like pass rushing. Like he like help out at camp and stuff, man. Let that stuff go, man.
Yeah, he wasn't at he wasn't at the Broncos preseason game. He was at y'all. Come on now, first one of the season too.
He actually tried to get Von Miller here, but Jerry ain't want to pay. But they don't know that.
All right, y'all. So look, great show, man. Make sure y'all in 3 platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, where the money resides. Like Tom always says. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe on all 3 platforms. Subscribe and /follow all 3 platforms if you haven't done it yet. We're still on the road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Right now, we're sitting at 832. All right, so subscribers, yo, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, hit that button while you at it. And hit that, I'm gonna say it again, hit the like button, y'all. Tom always says it's free to hit the like button. Just do it. Just hit it. And look, man, appreciate y'all in the comment section. Shout out to Vaughn with the super chat. We appreciate that. All the super chats that coming through. And all the comments, man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, man. We love y'all in the comment section, throwing y'all 2 cents in. And y'all be having y'all little battle within the chat, like y'all are right now. All right. So, and Tomo, talk about those IG chats we got.
Hey, what school did he go to? That's the only person from Michigan, right? Shout out to Carl talking college. But with these Instagram chats, man, you get the latest news and updates here first. Look, as soon as we started the show, we told y'all about Dalvin Cook. I bet you your phone didn't go off, so probably like 5 minutes after that. So another incentive why you want to join the chats. We know about all the trade rumors and everything. Like they sound like rumors until they hit the chat, and then it actually happens. I think the only thing where things go left is where we make our predictions, and sometimes that's just me as far as free agents. But you got NBA/WNBA, we got NFL, we got MLB. Hats off to baseball with Teddy. That episode today was good. Hey, Yankees, y'all gotta do something, man, because I don't like seeing my man depressed, man. Like I don't like seeing it, man. Look, man, they gotta do something. But we also got college basketball and football. For basketball, we got both men's and women's. And with college sports, we got Carl Talking College. Y'all make sure y'all go check out those episodes. I got to say, man, I got to tip my hat, Derek Jeter style, to Carl, because for him to break down each of those conferences and each team at the length and detail that he does, man, hats off to you, man, because that's a lot of teams and that's a lot of players to keep up with. So y'all make sure y'all go out and check out those episodes as well. Then we got the combat chat. AKA boxing chat. That's mixed in with UFC, of course, boxing, and a little bit of wrestling. And the wrestling debate, it didn't happen in the combat chat, but it started in the combat chat and it rolled over to the R2L chat. And again, I'll tell y'all how to be a part of all of these Instagram chats in a minute. I want to say shout out to one more show, is Fantasy Football with Coach Combs, because of course football is coming. So when we bring up the NFL chat, we got to bring up fantasy football, because most people don't know about football unless they're playing fantasy. Now you're like, all right, all this sounds good. I want to see if y'all going to live up to it. How can I join? You click the link in the description below and become a member. And of course, by becoming a member, there's 3 levels. You know, one level is the pro level at $2.99 a month. And with that, you get to join one chat. So if you're interested in one sport, you can join that one chat and you get all the latest news and updates. You also get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats during the live shows. And you get priority comments again during the live shows. And like I said, you get to join one chat. That's the pro level at $2.99. Now, if you want to bump it up and be an all-star, you get to be an all-star for $4.99 a month. And you get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. We did our first member-only live video last week, but we just went on there and we just ranted about anything. So y'all can go ahead and check that out. We also got a few other videos on there as well, just for the members. And you get to join multiple chats. So you get to join all of the chats that I just named. And you get to request a topic or segment nominee. And go ahead, Joe. You can take it on up to the all-star level. And with the all-star level at that,
Yeah, superstar. Threw me off for a second.
Superstar. Yeah, there we go. Because I seen the screen rotating. Look, Mark gonna be like, look, man, they done messed up the infomercial. I got y'all. But you can take it on up to the superstar level at $9.99 a month, where you get the same perks from the all-star and the pro level, but you also get to join the R2L chat. That's where all the debates really finish at. We may have kept some going today in the NFL chat, but we're gonna finish it in the R2L chat. Trust me, Kev. I ain't forget. You get to be a guest on the show. You get awards and plaques to the top performers, and that's based upon the episode that you were on. We have the award ceremony out on the platform right now, so y'all go check that out, and so you can get real hip to what's going on over here. And you get the member shout out. So shout out to all of our members. We got Jerry, Donnell, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach. It sounds like I'm about to say Brenda, Letitia, Don, LaShawn. See, but nah, those are the members that we have right now, and I can't wait to be saying one of y'all names soon. So just make sure y'all click the link in the description, because the more you donate, the bigger the platform is.
Hey man, shout out to Tomo for doing this part. Right? Shout out to Tomo. And look, man, like he said, shout out to BWT, man. I'm with you, Tomo. Yankees, do something, man. I'm tired of seeing Teddy and this thing stressed. I think I saw a gray hair the other day. I saw a new gray hair the other day. So we need the Yankees to step up, make the wild card, and get into the playoffs. All right. So he's gonna be excited about something. He said whenever the Yankees had a no-hitter game in the season, they go out and win a championship that year. So live up to the y'all had a no-hitter game this year. All right. You gotta win a championship, all right? For my man Teddy. But shout out to Jerry. I see y'all Orioles, man. Number one in y'all division. But anyways, BWT, all baseball content goes through here. Baseball with Teddy. Shout out to Teddy once again. Episode came out this morning. Another one will be coming out very soon. Teddy's been on a grind. Man, I'm telling y'all, he's been on his Tupac since leaving the hospital. He's been putting on an episode constantly, man. We got some workers, man. Some people that's working to get y'all some good content. So shout out to Teddy. CTC, man, we talking about working. I mean, we was in our little group chat the other day, and this man talking about something. He predicted 71 schools. 71 schools. Their schedule, each team, who gonna win each game. You know, this dude working. Carl talking college. All right, he just did the SEC. He doing another episode tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with Asa, live with Asa. Make sure y'all check that out. And then we got FFC. I mean, he also working. Y'all saw the last one he had, ranking 13 to 67, right? This dude texted me and said that so far he ranked 120 players so far. And he ain't done. So he's giving y'all rankings from first to worst. So if you want to do your drive, just look at the rankings. Look at the rankings. All right, so he's doing the work for you, man. All right, so shout out to FFC. An episode will be dropping tonight. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that, and we'll be streaming live tonight. Make sure y'all tune in for that. Going forward, any BWT, CTC, FFC episode will always be streaming live, even if it's pre-recorded or they on live personally. All right. So, Tomo, last words. Shout out to the Commanders. First of all, shout out to you and Dave, man. I was looking forward to today. It's been a while since all three of us had an episode together because we've been doing these panels and stuff, you know. So I'm looking forward to another one on Wednesday and then back to the panels Thursday and Friday. But shout out to y'all for being my brothers in the show. Shout out to all y'all that's watching. We appreciate y'all. Man, shout out to the chats. I had so much fun today for those good 2 hours, man. I had so much fun today. I'm normally not free to dig it, like during the day, to be in these heated debates. I'm always got to catch up. So I appreciate y'all in the chat. Kevo, AJ, you know, who else? You, Tomo, all right? Jerry was in the conversation too. Mark, Javon. Yeah, right. So Mark and Vaughn, we got to get them on the show. But shout out to the Commanders, man. Hey, Airbnb, I believe in you. Shout out to the Kings, Mike Brown. You know I believe in you. Hashtag Swiper MVP season. Like the beat.
Hey, you saying him having MVP season sound like when I said Dak gonna have one as my bold prediction. Yours may actually happen though.
Okay.
So my last words is acceptance, accountability, and affirmation. Okay, so if you're a sports player or if you're just a team, anything like that, you got to understand these three things. Sometimes you got to accept the role that you're in. Sometimes you got to take accountability and understand how you got in this role. Then you got to have the affirmation to be like, all right, I accept it. I'm here and I'm going to do better. Or you can just be blindsided and just be like, nah, I'm going to just keep doing the same old things and wondering why you're getting cut. So for that, I say, have a great show. That's all I wanted to say. I ain't had nothing else for him. Oh, no. That's what it was. It hit me. I had a mental block. I say that because I'm thinking about the Commanders and what they're talking about and how they're upset that Eric Bieniemy is actually calling players out. One thing I want to say is, look, at the end of the day, you want to be better, right? So it don't matter what situation it is or how the coaching is coming across. Look, man, understand that. Of course, we're not done. Also, and I want to say this to Joe. Now you see how I feel, right? Because when Trayvon said that about Dak, I was in there. I had to defend that nonsense. So now you see how I feel. Welcome to my side of the table, man. But yeah, thanks to everybody for supporting and watching.
All right, y'all. I was hoping somebody was gonna bring it up either. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.